Good morning. All right, we are day 3. Happy Wednesday, you guys. Today we're going to talk about balance, so your little dram of balance, and a little bit of how the emotional, like how it impacts us emotionally, okay? So what you're going to do with your balance, can I have that one?
Yeah.
Thank you. You're going to take the little lid off, and I love to just do like this. A few drops on your forearms. Rub your forearms together. This is a really awesome place to apply because our blood is pulsing very fast through there, so that can it gets into the bloodstream really quickly. So balance is an oil that is, like, honestly, they named it correctly, right? It's great to balance out the nervous system. Okay, so this does so many different things. This oil is incredible, but one thing that I love to use it for is those times when you're feeling maybe a little bit overwhelmed, maybe anxious, maybe just irritable. You're just like out of balance, essentially, right? So balance is an amazing oil. You're probably asking, well, what's in it? I'll try to tell you here. I should have my book here, but anyway, there's a little bit of coconut oil in here already. So, frankincense, oh my gosh, osmanthus, it's all in Latin, camphor, chamomile, and a couple others in there, okay? It's like a nice, like, it's grounding, earthy, but it's also, like, kind of light a little bit. It's quite subtle, but this is it's an amazing blend. So what you're going to do today, put it on your forearms, rub them together. I do this anytime, like I said, I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed, or maybe like after a run or after something where your nervous system, or maybe a stressful time, when your nervous system, you're in the fight and flight response, right? You want to, this is going to help you to relax back into the rest and restore, right? So let's talk a little bit about essential oils and emotions. So basically, this is an awesome little tear sheet that I love using. Thank you, Sequoia. What it says on here is you are created to function as a whole. The spirit, mind, and body are inseparably connected, communicating at a cellular level. So your body is made up of intelligent cells wired to restore health. Okay? Basically, you might have heard this before, but there are 3 brains in the body. Contrary to common belief that we only have 1. There are 3 brains in the body. Science reveals that there are complex processing functions in the mind, the heart, and the gut. So the mind is the logic and intellect. This is the subconscious mind directs over 90% of behavior. Okay, the subconscious mind. The heart, the intuition, there are more neural pathways that run from the heart to the brain than the brain to the heart. Crazy, right? So our heart is our intuition, but that is like more neural pathways telling the brain what to do from the heart. That's crazy. It's so cool, right? And then the gut is like our gut feeling, right? It's 90% of the body's serotonin involved in mood management is produced in the gut. Okay, so emotions essentially are information carrying molecules that bind and react with cell receptors. They go into the cell, impacting function and behavior, right? So literally, like, emotions are much more than just thoughts. They're actually these little molecules. They are information carrying molecules that bind to our cells, and we honestly are quite literally, our scenarios or our life is like, thank you. Thanks, Sequoia, my little helper. We are our situations, right? We quite literally become, like, that's when, when you see people that come from maybe like a family, or maybe a child that's treated poorly and just like told horrible things, they start to embody those things, right? It's really sad how we can do that. So instead, what we can do is utilize our oils and an oil like balance, but also feed our bodies with this amazing self-talk where you're like, I am amazing, I am beautiful, I am confident, I am powerful, and using your oils as a sort of like a trigger, or what's the word I'm looking for? Like I can't remember the word I'm looking for right now, but like a strong, like an anchor, that's it. You're using them as an anchor to come back to that. Okay, so if you have maybe trauma or past stuff that keeps coming up. Like, this is a real thing, and it's a real work to reprogram your subconscious mind into believing, into stopping to believe, you know, believing new things, right? That's essentially what I'm trying to say here. Instead of that subconscious mind replaying the past or replaying these belief systems that maybe have been put on us as a child, maybe through school, somebody said something to you that just really stuck with you, and you started to like believe that lie that they told you, or like their truth or whatever that is. It's time to let it go, right? It's time to reprogram the subconscious and move past that. So utilizing essential oils and whatever you want to use, like, you know, visualization, meditation, affirmations, it's amazing how we can actually shift our subconscious mind and overall shift our whole entire being, right? You notice when somebody is a confident person walks into the room, like more times than not, like that person has some sort of a daily, like maybe a routine, or they just are, maybe they're, I don't want to say like lucky, but maybe they didn't have to go through the things that you might have had to go through. So anyway, we won't get too much more into that, but basically the three brains communicate with each other. They feed back to and therefore influence the mind. Okay, so it's really cool, right? Syrup, yeah. Okay. Put the lid back on, please. All right, so often, yeah, that's kind of what this bottom bit here is depicting. It's like we are we are creating our realities from our circumstances. So life experience, we process it, feelings are really chemicals that can help or hurt. So that's really interesting, right? And then we have a reaction from there. And often, you guys, our emotional trauma and our emotional stuff, you know, those little information carrying molecules bind with receptors in our body and actually just like take up residency, right? So, no, just with your finger, okay? Okay, so, and in there they can manifest as a physical dis-ease in the body, a physical injury of some sort, right? Physical tension, you name it, right? So head tension, conflicting feelings, and an unsettled stomach. It's really cool. So it's really interesting. If you're into this kind of thing, you should look up Louise Hay. She has a book called You Can Heal Your Life, and it's incredible how she goes through different things that you can do to actually begin to see what part of your body reflects back to something that has happened in your life, and how that is manifested an injury or a disease or something in that area, and how you can actually reprogram and switch that around. Pretty cool, right? No, thank you, not right now. Okay, I'm almost done. All right. Okay, guys, so that's a little bit about emotions and essential oils. That because these information carrying molecules bind to receptors, little tiny drops of essential oil have trillions of little molecules in there. They are super duper complex. They can actually start to assist you in doing this reprogramming on a cellular level as well. Okay, if you don't believe in this, educate yourself, because this is a real scientific based thing that is actually coming around full circle, right? So it's really cool how we can utilize the oils in that regard. So again, I love balance. Anytime I'm feeling overwhelmed, anytime I'm feeling like balancing that fight or flight out, and just really coming back to center, right? So there's so many different oils that you can use for emotional benefits. There is actually an emotional side of every oil, okay? I don't have my emotions book here with me, but for example, what's one that I can think of right now? So On Guard is the protective blend. Yes, it's like physical immune support and things like that, but it's also like if you find that you hang out with, or maybe you should, hopefully you don't hang out with people that are energy suckers, but if you find yourself around somebody who is like somebody that's like, you always feel drained when you leave their presence, this is a blend that you can use to physically protect your energy field, okay? There's tea tree is really like the oil, it's super cleansing, so it's often used in place of a smudge, right? So that's really cool. Okay, you're done with this. 1 second, instead you should eat this. There you go. Okay, so tea tree is really cleansing. I'm just trying to think, I should have grabbed my book, should have. But yeah, there's so many different oils that you can use that have like an emotional side to the oil, right? So one that's coming to mind is cedarwood. Cedarwood is the oil of community. So, so many different tools, right? So when you're looking for something in specific, like, you know, even like, you're like, what oil supports anger or trauma or things like that, you can actually look that up in my little handy book and find out which oils actually work with the body on a cellular level to help move past that. So pretty cool. Okay, so some that I have here, I was going to show you a couple of my favorites. This one is, these are from the Emotional Aromatherapy Touch Kit. So this is really cool because those of you that like to DIY your own rollers, I totally do too, but these ones are super duper convenient, but also they have ingredients in there that I don't necessarily have, right? It's like lavender, vanilla and Damiana and all types of things like that. So cheer, obviously uplifting, happy blend. This is like sunshine in a bottle. So nice. Okay, and these are all in rollers, pre-diluted. Console is like a hug in a bottle. It literally smells just like so comforting. It's amazing. Okay, so using, I really love because you sit in your emotions, you actually like get a feel for what's happening, and then act on that. Like, okay, I know that I have the tools in my home to turn to, right? I have these little bottles. What am I feeling right now? What do I need support in? And then you reach for a bottle, roll it on, applying, you know, accordingly, wherever, over your heart. And you can actually use those as tools to move past anything like maybe emotional stuff that's happening. Okay, so really interesting. Hopefully that makes sense for you guys. But your challenge today, take out your balance, put it on your forearms. This is an amazing blend. You can actually put some on the bottoms of your feet as well for grounding. This is such a good way to start your day and carry with you. That little dram can fit right in your pocket. Carry it with you throughout your day. And as you feel that overwhelm, using it, right? The oils only work if you use them, okay? So it's really awesome. Okay, have an awesome day, you guys. I'm going to post in here a little really cool YouTube video that actually is a blood cell analysis, but like pre-blood sample. They show the cells and what they look like, and then post like 20 or 30 seconds post blood sample, they actually show the cells again, and it's like mind-blowing difference. So that's really cool because essential oils, because they're lipid and because they're such small tiny molecules, are absorbed so fast into a bloodstream, like under 20 seconds, and can be found inside every single cell in our body doing that work, right? Whether it be supporting the immune system, supporting the body, supporting the emotional body, and starting to do that reprogramming, right, of the DNA. So sweet. Inside every single cell in the body in under half an hour. 1 drop of essential oil, you guys. Okay, so I'm talking pure essential oil that's actually an essential oil, because if it's not, it's no different than a scented candle, but also it's synthetic and could be potentially toxic or hazardous, right? So when we use a synthetic, like even a over-the-counter medicine, the body needs to decode it. The body needs to kind of break it down to figure out what it is so that it can be absorbed somehow, right? Whereas an essential oil is carbon-based. We're carbon-based. The body knows what to do with it. It's absorbed so fast because we know what to do with it, right? So it's really cool. But anyway, have an awesome day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.